Harry and I'm from the Pilates Nook, and this is a 15-minute video for glute strengthening and pelvic stability. Great to do every day, just to kind of keep the connections between the mind body going, so then when you come back into the studio we can keep progressing your practice. Okay, so let's start lying onto our back. Just a few breaths just to start. Allowing your spine to melt into the mat, and just be aware of where your pelvis is. So take your hands onto your pelvis, fingertips towards your pubic bone. And then just allow your pelvis just do a little rock forwards and back. Now if you get any pain when you're doing the movements, please stop and speak to your instructor or myself about those issues. Okay, so this is really for those who have no issues and pain and just part of their rehab routine at the moment. Finding out where your neutral is, so your hands are nice and parallel to the floor. Inhale to open the knees out to the side. Exhale to bring it back in. Now you shouldn't feel anything change underneath your palms. Spine stays still. Inhale as you roll open the knees and feel that you lean onto the outsides of your foot. Exhale to spiral the legs back in. Feeling that you can breathe nice and easy with each movement. Then we start to do the single leg. One leg goes out, other leg stays still. Exhale back to center. Inhale to alternate, keeping that thigh and pelvis really still. Exhale to center. Inhale to open. Exhale to come back into center. We can add arms in if you wish. Opposite arm goes out. And if you have any other modifications or progressions that you're working on, feel free to go ahead and do them now. Or you can just keep in with me. So we're just working on our pelvic stability to start, before we start a bit more of a glute focused routine. Good. Coming back down with the arms by your side. And go back into those tilts again. As you exhale, pubic bone to your navel. Inhale, reach it all the way. Exhale, bring your pubic bone to the navel and feel your lower back press into the mat. Inhale to rock away. Can you do this with less effort and less clenching of your butt? Try and let everything go and feel that your pelvis is really free, rocking forwards and back. Just imagine it just kind of rocking in the ocean. On the exhale, rock the pelvis towards you. Press into your feet and lift your hips. Feel your knees reach out over your toes. Open the front of the hips. Your legs and butt are doing the work. And then melt through your spine. Find length through the lower back. Bring it all the way until the bottom. And then exhale, tilt the pelvis. Zip up through your spine. Press into your feet and lift up. Nice inhale here. And exhale to roll down. Now if you do feel a little niggle in your lower back, you're welcome to go from your neutral. Exhale without the tilt, just press into your feet and lift up. And then inhale at the top. Exhale, widen your sit bones and let the whole body lower at one go. Okay, so that's for any niggles in your lower back. Welcome to do what we call a flat back bridge. Okay? Otherwise, we've got the roll and heel. Staying at the top, holding it there, keeping your hips nice and level. Can you lift one heel up and lower it? And lift the other heel up. You're welcome to come out of your bridge whenever you need to and start to build up the repetitions of heel lifts. Now, if your pelvis is really steady, let's float one leg all the way to tabletop. And it's exactly the same. Pelvis stays steady, press into the opposite leg to lift the leg up. Marching on the spot. If you need to roll down out of your bridge and come back up and join in, totally fine. Pressing away to lift. Remember, you've got heel lifts if you wish. One more each side, feeling the work on the legs. So only go into this if you feel your pelvis is steady. You may need to practice just normal bridging for a few times before the single leg lift, and then roll back down. Now if that feels really good, we go into our single leg. Okay, remember, we can just stay doing the first version. So let's hold on to our knee. Feel the knee push into your hands. And exhale, peel from the spine and come up into your single leg. Holding onto the knee, pushing into the hands, and then come back down. There's less peel, but still try and get it. Reaching the knee over the toe. Good. And as you build up the strength here, you're welcome to have your arms by your side as you do it. Okay? And we can even have the leg up to the ceiling. So what version is best for you today? Using your breath, inhaling, exhaling. And then on the last one, hold it up there. And little pulses here for 5 and 4. You can build up the number of reps here if you wish. And then come all the way down. Time for the other side. Holding your knee. Okay, you're welcome to go straight into the other versions if you wish. Rock the pelvis towards you, press into the foot, lift those hips up, reach the knee up to the ceiling. And then melt all the way back down again. Go focusing on that left leg, pressing down into the ground. Active through the legs and roll back down. If your legs are active, you will feel less into your back. We have the options to have the arms down and continue. And each day, the more you practice, the more you'll be able to progress through the versions. What we're looking for is that there's a sense of ease in each version. So if you feel you're really straining and fighting it, just go back to the other version and let's perfect each version. Well, not perfect, but get really good at each version and find more ease when you do it before you go into the next level. And remember, the next level is always going to be a little bit harder until you practice it more. Alright, and then the last one will stay up, and we got the little pulses. And you build up the number of reps as you go. And if you keep practicing this every day, you won't need to keep watching the video, you'll remember them. Good, last pulse, and coming all the way down. We're coming onto our side now. So having your arm to support you, or you can have a pillow. And we'll get length through the spine like we did on our back. Hand on the hip, you can always let it rest in front. Exhale to lift the leg up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Now I wanted there to be no props when we do these exercises because not everyone's got them, but if you do have a band, you can tie it around your legs. And that will just give you a bit more feedback and find that bum to work. Okay? Pelvis is staying really still. If the pelvis moves all over the place, you won't feel it. And again, you build up your amount of reps. How many do we need to really find that that starts to work? Exhale. Inhale. Then you hold it up. Inhale to bring the leg forward. Exhale to take it back. Can you keep your spine and pelvis really still as we go through this movement? Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now if you want to take this into more progression, this can all be done with a straight leg. Okay, so just up and down and forward and back and front. But we're going to stay with the bent leg today. Around 10 to 15 I think is always really good. And then if you feel you're doing that really easy, then you go on to your next level. We're going to do the next level here as well. So the next one is a bit more load onto the arm. Come up onto your forearm for your side kick. Okay, the full version we have both legs straight. Okay, but I would like you to start with that bottom leg bend. Hand can be supported or even on the hip, behind the head. The same length through the spine, okay? Just like we've been doing through the whole session so far. And it's up and down again here, reaching out and coming back. So I want to feel like your foot is really pushing out against the wall there. So you can even put a wall there if you want and slide your foot up and down. Pressing out. Good. The more your leg reaches out and your head lifts in opposition, you will find that will work. Now you're welcome to come off your arm and lie down if you need. Hold it up. Inhale, straight leg forward. Exhale, let's point your toe and come back. Can you keep your body still? Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Now if you feel like you're still building up strength in your glutes, you're welcome to do the other side and the other version first. And then keep switching. But this is really going to start. I can feel my bum burning already. Inhale, forward. Keep pressing into your forearms. Exhale, back. Good, we got one more. And exhale, back. Good, taking that down. Alright, then lifting back up. Little circles here. Circle out and around. Circle out and around. Feel like you circle back behind your body because that's where the juicy bit is. And then change direction. Good. You want to start building up the amount of reps that we can do here as well, guys. Okay? So see how far you go at the moment. If you start to feel like everything's really starting to clench, you've done enough reps. Try on the other side, maybe come back. Okay? So let's do the other side. Just going to swing over. And we got our side lying to start. So lying down onto our side. Now each side's going to be very different. Okay? Bring your ears, shoulder and hip in line. Find length through the body in that ease. Exhale to lift. Inhale. Now feel like there's this heavy weight on your leg and you're pressing it up to the ceiling. Good. So with mat work, we have no resistance like we do with equipment or if we had the band around our legs. So our mind is our resistance. So feel the resistance in the air. Imagine that resistance as you go. That's going to help you really build up that muscle a little bit more than just kind of like wanging the leg around. Wanging, I really shouldn't say that. Like bringing the leg up. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to push your heel back. Can you keep your pelvis really still? So allowing this leg bone just to kind of roll into the hip, forward and back. Inhale in. Exhale, just a gentle little lift and zip up. Okay. Feel like your belly just gently draws away from the waistband of your pants as you go back with your exhale. Try and allow the bottom leg to be relaxed. You will feel it a little bit from when we did that side. Great. And remember, we can always do this variation with the straight leg. Now we're going to come up into our side lift. If you had both legs straight, you can do that. And we'll just work our way into that variation. Try and lift up out of your shoulder for your side kick. And exhale, reach out through the leg. Press that heel away. Opposition is so important in Pilates. So feel the length of the leg reaching away from the head. And then you'll just get that to work. Hand on your butt is always really good as well. So then your brain goes, oh, okay, that's where you want me to go. Good, reaching out. Building up how many reps we can do. Inhale, good. Now hold it. Inhale to take the leg forward, fold in the hip, point your toe, and go back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to press it back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to press it back. Good. Now, because we've already done a load on this side, you will start to tire a bit sooner. So you can always flip from side to side. Don't mind you doing that. Hold it there, little circles forward and back. Good. Forward and back. That length is still important. The lift underneath the waist. The crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Good. Remember, hand can be supportive. Change direction. Pressing it back. Okay? So as you get the routine of doing something every day, you know, start using the videos, and then you can just pick the exercises that you need for your body. And just once you've got the routine of doing it daily, you'll be able to like add more in, and that's going to make a big difference for your practice. Okay, so we're going to go over to the other side again. We're going to go into our side lift. starting with your knees bent, okay? And we can always start to progress this with one leg straight or both legs straight, okay? So knees bent to start. Elbow underneath your shoulder again, hand on your hip. Exhale, press into the forearm, lift from the waist and lift your hips up so that bottom butt is doing the work. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to lift up. Feel your head lengthens away and press into that arm. Good. Now you can challenge yourself by holding it for an inhale. And exhale back down. Okay? Pressing in, hold, inhale, and coming back down. And pressing in. And I thought I might not be in the camera. Lifting up. Good. Now holding it up, and we're going to do little clams here. Opening and closing. So this starts to load up through those glutes even more. Great. And if you're doing it with the legs straight, you do little stars. Good. 2 more. Last one. And come all the way down. And let's swing to the other side. And hopefully I'm in the video. Sorry if I got my head chopped off. So, nice and tall. Exhale, press into the forearm, lift up. Feel the work underneath that whole side, including your legs and glutes, and then back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to hold. Exhale back down. That crown of the head reaching away from your hips, pressing into the forearm. Good. Exhale. And then we go into our clams, pressing up, holding it. Open and close. Open and close. You're welcome to put a band around your legs if you need it. Either the bent legs or your straight legs. Work your way in towards it. Last one. And come all the way down. And then we're going to lie down onto our stomach now. So reaching down. And then taking the arms and legs out nice and long. Hover your nose just off the mat. And I'm just going to keep talking at the camera. Okay? But you're going to look straight down. And start to lift opposite arm and leg. Trying to find length through the body. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now your hips stay really still as you lift those legs. Okay? Pubic bone heavy, hip bones heavy. Belly light, arms floating up. Now we can do this without the arms if you wish, just reaching the legs out. Exhale, reach and out. Good. And then start to look forward, come up into a bit more extension. So your lower ribs are still on the mat. You're opening up your chest and continue your opposite arm and leg. Reach. Exhale. So this is just where you start, okay? Then we're going to bring our hands underneath, pressing in the arms. Lift both legs up and down. Exhale, lift both legs up. Good. Try not to be loaded in the lower back. So welcome to have your head down as you lift the legs up. Hold the legs up. And we're going to kick those legs like we're in the ocean, having a swim. Reaching long, trying to find stability through your pelvis. Maybe take the arms out, maybe hover the arms up and do opposite arm and leg. Go slow to start, find the stability, the stable pelvis, and then go a little bit quicker, breathing in, out, in, out, in, good. And then coming all the way down, let your head rest. Reach the legs out again, this time heels together, toes apart, and open and close your legs, beat them together. Now your head can stay down, or you're welcome to open up your chest as long as it doesn't load too much in your lower back, beating through those legs, breathing in for 5 beats, and breathing out for 5 beats. Good, rest when you need to. You're welcome to crisscross the legs as well for a little bit more fun. Good. And we're really going to be having a nice work through your legs. And then come all